So I'm Destiny, and today my TED Talk is entitled Pay to Lose Your Mind, and I'm talking about stress at the collegiate level. So I want to begin by getting your guys' input, so I'm going to show you like a few photos, and if you guys can resonate with them in any way, shape, or form, like just let me know by raising your hand. So the first one is any type of energy drink, coffee, or things like that in regards to your stress levels.
Nobody drinks? Okay.
Okay. The second one is study crashes, whether you or a friend, things that you've seen at the library or in your residence halls. Okay. Third is mental breakdowns, whether this be yourself. All right, so a lot of hands went up for that one. And fourth is exhaustion, lack of sleep, things like that. Okay, so I've seen everybody's hand in the room go up. Thank you. And then body aches, headaches, pain in any way, shape, or form. All right, so everybody's hand in the room has gone up in some way, shape, or form. So according to this graph, there is only under 25% of people are in the healthy zone for stress. So everybody else, the remaining 75%, is at moderate or excessive stress. And this is problematic because stress can affect our physical health, and it can manifest itself like biologically. So as college students, we are very stressed. There are many things that contribute to that, including our work schedules, our classes. Many of us are taking 4, and some of us are even taking 5 classes, including labs and things like that. You have your friends and your family, all these things that we need to be balancing, and college is that time of our lives where we are not given that guidance from our parents, and we're expected to figure things out all by ourselves. So science has backed up the fact that stress can manifest itself physically. So there was actually a study in France where instead of forcing stress upon humans, they did it on chimpanzees. So they had a control group and then an experimental group, and on that control group there was monkeys that were placed in an environment with only one roommate, so like enough for companionship but not enough to like induce excessive amounts of stress, whereas the experimental group was given like changed roommates repeatedly, and like the space was very cramped and things like that, giving stress to these monkeys. And over a period of time, you could see that in the stress monkey group, the experimental group, that their immune systems were crashing, because when they're stressed, their brains are releasing hormones, and those hormones inhibit the production of lymphocytes that can that fight off like diseases and bacteria that can come into our bodies. So those monkeys were seen to get sick more often, whereas the control group, who weren't stressed out, were a lot more healthy. Now the same thing happens in humans, as we are very closely related to chimpanzees. So over extended periods of time, we can get things like stomach ulcers or headaches, cardiovascular disease, chronic hypertension, if we're experiencing stress at a chronic level for many years. But the more immediate things are like headaches, lack of sleep, anxiety, and such. So my proposal was that, well, my argument is that college is supposed to be a time where we're given like the tools we need to be successful. However, college, at least for me so far, has been very stressful, and it feels like I'm taking a few steps backward rather than steps forward. So my question is, if I'm supposed to be doing so well and so great in college, why is it that I'm having so much trouble? Because of the workload that I'm given. Now, most people might think, oh, easy solution, tell my teachers, stop giving me homework, stop making me do like busy work per se, homework for the sake of doing homework rather than learning something, cut the amount of classes, things like that. Well, all of us know that that's probably not the smartest thing. Whether we like it or not, we need the homework, we need to write our 10-page papers, we need to read, things like that. So instead of doing those things, we can take more comprehensive steps to reduce the stress that we have. So my proposal is to make a mandatory stress management course as a part of like a freshman year program or something like that. Currently at DePaul, we have to take like a series of classes that are required, and at schools like University of Champaign or University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, they have mandatory rape education classes. So all their freshmen in their first semester are required to take a rape prevention class, which means they have to sit in the class. There is absolutely no homework. They're just given information and they have to absorb it. And that information is very helpful because they're safe and they're not worried about writing a paper to get it done. And now this is only one class and it can give them the tools that they need to succeed. And those tools, everyone can say, oh, I know that I need to time manage better, but a class just telling me that isn't going to necessarily help me. But in addition to these classes, they're going to give students the information that they might not be aware of. So for example, at DePaul, we have learning centers, tutors, like office hours for our professors that if we were to use effectively, they could definitely help us reduce our stress. I know personally, I have lab reports every week that are due for chemistry, so I have a lot of trouble, and I'm assuming many of you guys in the room do as well. Now, there's actually a math and science learning center that I had no idea existed, but if classes like this were instituted where they gave information to students telling us, these are the tools that you can use, these are the times that they're available, these are the people that can help you, students are going to be more inclined to use those tools because they know about them. I feel like right now it's just because we're ignorant, we don't know the tools that our university is providing for us. So all in all, I feel if we were to institute such mandatory programs, just one class in the beginning of our education system, it could like help us in the long haul to reduce our stress. Thank you.
Thank you.